Thank you, everyone. I'm really honored to be a part of the TEDx event here in this great institution that I really thought that I would never step foot in. Because let me assure you, when I was in school, my mind was mostly wandering at the sports fields outside the window than at what the professors were teaching inside the classroom. So I really don't think that I would have been a part of the IIT had TEDx not invited me here. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share with you all of what I think that the prisms of perception are and how I have been through my life as a shooter, my career as a sports person, always trying to juggle with different perspectives in life. Now, dear friends, I was 16 years old when I started my career in 2007 as a shotgun shooter. How many here know what shotgun shooting is? Okay, so I'll quickly tell the rest of you. It's an event, trap is an event where you have flying clay targets and they're flying at different angles at a speed of 76 meters. You don't know which side it's going to come. And you have a 12 bore, like a 12 gauge shotgun in your hand, and you have to hit one target at a time with it. That's what trap shooting essentially is. So I started my career at the age of 16 in 2007 as a trap shooter in India. Within the first year of my career, I reached the international circuit. In 2009, I won India's first international junior competition, which was held in Finland. In 2009, India was also bidding for the Commonwealth Games to host them in New Delhi. Now, naturally, as I grew forward with my sport, my ambitions, my dreams became bigger. I wanted to reach the senior circuit and represent my country, my state Bihar, at the Commonwealth Games. My father and I often spoke to each other about how we want to fulfill this dream together to take India to Commonwealth Games and to win the gold medal there. Because no woman in the shotgun history had ever done it. But in 2010, just months before the Commonwealth Games, I lost my father. Now, that broke me. It felt like my entire life was shattered. I didn't know how to move past this. It felt as if I'll never see the light at the end of this tunnel. It took me a lot of courage, my friends, my family, to keep it together and to try and prepare for the Commonwealth Games in a way that will fulfill my father's dreams. Now, we had all been training in India in a certain manner. And of course, going to the Commonwealth Games in 2014 at the Glasgow event, there was only one thought in my mind. That was to fulfill my father's dream. But as we reached the Commonwealth Games, my hands were shaky, my palms were sweaty, and my stomach was churning like I was just going to throw up. Honestly, all these things put together, there was nervousness, there was anxiety, and I felt like there was this sort of negativity in the atmosphere that I didn't appreciate fully. However, I kept telling myself that I have to give it my best. I have to do 100% in order to win this medal. But it wasn't coming very naturally to me. I wasn't in a very happy space. What felt like a really long day, I came out of it with a silver medal. Now friends, there were celebrations. This was India's first medal. But then very quickly I realized that when I spoke to my father about winning at the Commonwealth Games, the dreams were of winning the gold medal. I mean, how often do you remember a silver medalist? But also remember that Commonwealth Games comes only once in a 4-year span. So now from 2014 to 2018, I had to prepare. I had to work harder. I had to change something because I needed to become better than a silver medalist in order to win the gold medal. I didn't know how to. I tried everything. I tried a new coach. I tried a new technique. And we're in India, right? I don't know about you folks, but my parents, my mother, really does believe in astrology. So she suggested to wear a pink stone, a green stone, and something of that sort. It came to the event that somewhere between 2016, I didn't make it to the Indian Games, to the Indian national team. So I was far away than my actual dream than I was when I had won the silver medal. But there was determination. There was that will that I had to fulfill my father's dream. So we started working on, and as I reached the 2018 Commonwealth Games at the Gold Coast in Australia, nothing had changed, honestly. If you guys were looking for a good, great answer, let me tell you, nothing had changed. It was the same me, it was the same person, it was the same gun, it was the same clay targets that needed to be broken. I'll even tell you, I used the same ammunition brand to shoot those targets. But what had changed was the perception. I realized very early on that the way I approached the 2014 games, you know, that churning of the stomach, the negativity, the haunting, anxious feeling that I was getting while I was going to step on and perform as an athlete, that was not there. I changed my perception from being a negative perception to a positive one, and I'll tell you how I did it. There's self-talk that is really important. That self-talk is the voice inside you, your inner voice. If you have a clear self-talk, a clear inner voice, something that you can speak to yourself about in clear words, commanding statements, eradicate negative words like don't and no. If you can command that self-talk, I'm telling you, it gives you the confidence where you walk taller, your shoulders feel broader, you have an ease in your stride, and you know that you're telling yourself that yes, I can. Yes, I will. That is the power of perception, of self-talk, and of confidence. Friends, it took me 8 years and just one change in perception to fulfill my father's dreams, to become Bihar's Beti, and to become India's first woman to have won a medal at the Commonwealth Games. Now, having given you that journey, how many of you all here watch cricket? Great. Did you all enjoy the match yesterday? Yes. Now, do you remember Virat Kohli idolized Sachin Tendulkar? Am I right? Yes. Now, if Virat Kohli idolized Sachin Tendulkar, and if he had only practiced Sachin Tendulkar's style of batting, would he have become Virat Kohli today? No. He adopted those techniques he adapted that batting style and he made something of his own. He gave it a fresh perspective. And which is what helped him become Virat Kohli today. I see shooters all around me performing at various levels. Essentially, we all have that one gun in hand, that same clay target in front, and at the end of the day, whoever breaks the maximum number of targets is the winner. Very simple concept. But every shooter has a different technique, has a different way he or she holds her gun, has a different way of seeing the target. We have different lifestyles. Some people would want to sleep early. Some people would want to have lesser number of hours to sleep. Some people want to have a big meal on the night before the competition. Some want to eat light. Some people have a favorite water bottle. Some people have other things, and so on. But the goal is same. The way of doing it is different. And I think that exactly sums up the prisms of perception. The different ways, the different techniques of doing the same thing that gives you clarity, that gives you that sense of achievement of doing it right. There is no right or wrong way of doing something. It's just how you do it. It's just how you perceive it. It's just how you tell the world what your ideas are, what your innovations are. And this applies in real life as well. Life is a roller coaster with its hoops, drops, highs and lows. And every time there is a challenge in front of you, I think it's a great way to just sort of step back and have a fresh perspective to see how you can overcome that challenge. Not just through your eyes, but to also think through different various ways and overcome that. Friends, that's all that I have to say today. That rely and make your own perception, whether it is right or wrong, life will tell you that. But as long as it's your own perception in moving forward, that's the only way to thrive in life. Thank you so much.